Sure, reporting for duty. Sure, reporting for duty.
Hello, folks. Good evening. Good evening. How's everyone doing? Like, I know I only streamed yesterday, but it feels like a lot longer than that for some reason. It feels like it's been a long day. It hasn't, like nothing really happened today, but it just feels like it's been a long time since I streamed, even though I know it's only been yesterday. I just woke up, fair enough. Hang on. Is this thing still working, or does it stop working at this point? Do I have to keep turning it on every single time? There you go. It is still, stuff is still dropping on my head, as well it should. That's good, that's good, that's good. Finished with this Hell Week. Oh, I'm glad the Hell Week is over. I'm sorry it was a Hell Week for you. Here, have a sad face. Let's carry on, however, with Path of the Righteous, because now we've actually caught up. We've actually caught up to... I don't actually know what comes after this bit. I've never actually gotten to... I think last time what happened... I remember what happened last time I got to this point as well. I got to this point last time, and I just got stuck with decision paralysis. I was like, oh my god, there's too many things to do. And I never really moved on and did anything afterwards. So let's do our very best not to let that happen. So we are here. We've got the crusade started. We're now the head of the crusade. We have ourselves a home base. We have ourselves a little pet dragon. Hey, Ivo. When I grow up, I'll be able to transform into anyone I want. I've already started a list. It's got almost 400 names on it already. Ivo is awesome, and we love Ivo. You've got Rachel here, we got Nevia, we have a guard, we have the Prestidigitapainter Golem.
No time for idling.
See, we've got our bedroom over here, a personal chest.
So exciting!
We got our stuff around here. Oh, we got levels to do first of all. We have levels to do, people, because of course we only level the people who are in our party. So let me pull out while we're thinking about stuff to do next. I had to finish coding and fixing until today because next week one of my co-workers is flying to the customer support location on site for oh god. Oof. Hopefully managed to pull it out okay. Let's start with Dayron. Dayron, welcome to level 9 Oracle. And that's not changing. Your feat for today will be... Huh. Is it? Wait a second, what? I'm very confused. It was 9? Hang on. This is not what? Where? Extra revelation. Where is that? There's no such thing. Hey Shaitan, your name. I always find it amusing whenever I see this stuff here. All the magical tail feeds. Extra something. Extra performance, extra layer hands, extra channel, extra bombs, extra balloon. Am I missing something here? I'm very confused. Oh, hang on. I think I know. Yep, I remember. I think I remember. Yeah. I think I gotta do this first. With you. I gotta do this first. Yes, because now I get second mystery. Aha! Now we get second mystery. That's why this works. Because... No, hang on. We did it already. We got second mystery nature. This is Mythic level 3 for you, which is Abundant Casting. I'm very confused. Has something changed? Oracle, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Feet. Extra channel? No, it's not extra channel. It's revelations. Combat healer. That happens then. And at level 11, we get that one. At level 15, we get that one. Do you have an extra? Do you have an extra revelation that we don't actually have here? I'm very confused about this. I'm very confused about this. Hang on. Let me quickly just check something here, because I thought I thought Dayrun was meant to have an extra revelation slot here. At yeah, 7th, 11th. So why? Why does this build tell me to use a revelation there? Extra revelation, it makes sense. Extra revelation makes sense, but that's not a feat. Hang on. Pathfinder. Extra revelation. Am I missing something here? It doesn't even seem to be like in the list of feats. Extra revelation not showing up. Let's have a gander. Oh my god, this is such an annoyance. Let's see here. How is it in the build if it's not in the game? Oh, did someone make a build? Yeah, people actually quoting the build they found. Yeah. The request for people to vote on what creatures they'd like as a plushie in the Monster Train Discord. Ooh, I think. I have to remember the Monster Train ones now. Dunno. What do we take as combat healer? You know what, Dayrun, I'm going to come back to you because this is apparently a not good guide. I wonder if someone actually put in the comments that this doesn't work. No idea. Anyway, we'll give Dayrun a miss right now because I don't want to break my brain over this. Cuttle Mage, yes, absolutely Cuttle Mage. 100% Cuttle Mage. Hang on. What's this? This is wrong book. Oh, this is the book I need. Okay, right. So that's me. That's Sela. We've done Sela. Camellia. Right. Okay. Camellia. we give, first of all, we do Mythic for you, we do Abundant Casting. Because of course we do. You're a caster, therefore you get Abundant Casting. And your actual level is going to go into Spirit Hunter, as obviously. And you get point. And your skill is going to be improved on arm strike. There's a reason for that, is because we're going to take Camila down the crane style feat tree. Crane style, then crane wing. I don't think we get as far as crane riposte, but absolutely went down crane style. So extremely defensive, but no actual penalties. So instead of taking a -4 penalty on attack rolls when fighting defensively, it's only -2. Crane wing means you get an extra AC bonus when you do this. And crane riposte means that whenever someone, you only take a 1 penalty for fighting defensively, and if whenever you lose your dodge bonus from crane wing, you hit the enemy back. I'm 200 hours in, currently trying to get wins in all clan combos. It's been a while since I played Monster Train. It is a fun game. It is a fun game. Right, so you're going to move on a strike for you. You got all your new spells. Animal Growth. Can you cast Animal Growth on Ivu? Probably. Baleful Polymorph, Break Enchantment, Breath of Life, Call Lightstorm, Cave Fangs. Dominate Person, Mask Cure Light Wounds, which is not useful. Flame Strike, True Seeing, which is very, very helpful. Good. You have that. Right, so that's you. Social. Level 9. Level 9, you're gonna get Boon Companion. I haven't even leveled your boar yet, but you're getting Boon Companion. You get all your new spells as well. Loads of them. They're like Aspect, Bone Shatter, Burst of Glory, Cleanse, Disrupting Weapon, Genie Kind, Pillar of Life, Profane Nimbus, Raise Dead. Which, I don't think... Camila doesn't get Range Dead, I don't think. Slay Living. You get Slay Living is neutral good. Shocking. Summon Monster, Summon Large Elemental, Greater Command, Life Bubble. You surround the touched creatures with a constant and movable 1-inch thick shell of tolerable living conditions. Oh, okay, right. As you walk into water, and Vine Trap as well. A lot of fun stuff there. And you get... Oh wow, really? We're still adding to your list of domains. Okay. We're still adding to your list of domains. You got Animal Domain Boar. And you're gonna get another extra domain there. Oh yeah, we're giving you like 4 domains, I think. Impossible Domain, Nobility. This gives you Nobility Domain, gives you Inspiring Word, Inspiring Command. All allies within 30 feet of you get an insight bonus on attack rolls, AC, combat maneuver, defense, and skill checks. So it's even more stacking AC bonuses. Because that gives an insight bonus, I believe. Guarded Hearth gives you a competence bonus on attack rolls as well, so those stack. We're adding a bunch more domains for you. And Regil, you have got less of a plan for. There's less of a plan for you. Well, that solves that question very easily. You're going to get Hell Knight, because of course you are. Take level 3 Hell Knight, which gives us nothing major. Base attack bonus increase. If you take the next level of Armiger, you'd get a bunch of extra feats, wouldn't you? You get Ardent, you get a fighter bonus feat as well as a regular feat. No, we'll commit to Hell Knight for the time being. We need to get ourselves like increased armor training and Lawbringer and so forth. Go that way. You get point there, point there. No, point there, point there. Focus on persuasion as well. And you're gonna get where is it? As much as the nice things are up there, which would probably be like Piranha Strike and Hammer the Gap, improve criticals and all the things, we're gonna give you Outflank because you don't have Outflank yet. And your thing, you have Unrelenting Assault, you have 2 weapon fighting Mythic, Inspirational leader? No, not really. Leading strike? Possibly? Leading strike, thundering blows, bigger they are. Probably bigger they are. Bigger they are is also pretty damn decent. No, ranged attack weapons, never mind. Ignore bigger they are. Ranged only. Ever ready, possibly as well. But we'll start leading strike for you. Again, you're never going to see combat again. Let's be honest here. You're not seeing my action ever again. Unless I'm doing a quest specifically for you, that's not happening. Fine, let's do Darren as well then. Let's do Darren as well. Darren, you don't. Am I doing Darren right now? Because I think Darren's gonna have to be rebuilt. Darren's gonna have to be rebuilt, unfortunately, because this build is messy or wrong, essentially. Right. So we can do a bunch of crusade management stuff here, but we got a bunch of quests to do around here first. I think we'll do this first. We'll do the stuff we can around Dresden before we start doing more crusade affairs.
With grace.
I think. I'll have to do rest at some point as well, but right now we'll just check some stuff here. You got that done. Take. You got 2 blesses already. Take another one. Bless for you. Lesser resto for you. Immune protection from evil would save against domination and charm, which might be relevant. Because that did happen a couple of times, I think. Did it? What am I thinking of? I think of Solasta. I think of Solasta. No, I think we're okay here. Take a Lesser Resto. Take a secondary. Ooh. Bot ban. Bot bans coming on hard from the top. Ooh. Animate dead. Yeah, sure, why not take an animate dead? A neutral good paladin and animate dead, that works there. Death ward. Want anything else specifically? Not really. Level 5, however. Beast shape gives you become a large bear. Don't worry about that. Burst of glory. Allies in the area of the spell gain a +1 sacred attack bonus on themselves and saves against fear effects. Dominate person. Breaking challenge. Take burst of glory. Why the hell not? And you take a singular raise dead. And what's Pillar of Life? You conjure a pillar of positive energy in a single 5-foot square within range that radiates light as if it were a sun rod. Living creatures adjacent to the pillar can spend an action to touch the pillar. Creatures can move into the square containing the pillar, but if an undead creature moves into the pillar, it takes damage per caster level. Undead creatures are vulnerable to bright light. Take 1d8 points of caster level damage. Creature cannot benefit or suffer from more than a single casting spell. Wow, that's really useless then. Why would you ever? No, I don't know. Why would you ever? Disrupting weapon makes the main weapon deadly to undead. Any undead creature with HD equal to or less than your caster level must succeed at a will save or be utterly destroyed if struck in combat. Wow. Will save or die, spell resistance does not apply. If you're 9 HD or less. Interesting. Take a flame strike though. You don't need this. You... Oh, you just got abundant casting. Take a remove here, I guess. 2 for you is going to be secondary bark skin, a couple more cured moderate wounds, and another lesser resto. 3 for you is going to be a couple more serious wounds, and another displacement. Oh, you can't because it's specifically you can't use displacement. It's a wizard spell. You can only use it in your spirit magic slot. to take... that's what's natural leopard. You can look you're serious, might as well. And you get stuff there. And you're gonna get what called Righteous Might. Your height immediately doubles and your weight increases by a factor of 8. This change increases your size category by 1. You take +4 bonus to strength constitution, -2 to dex. That's not good. +2 to natural armor, sure. You get damage resistance 5 evil. Or damage resistance is good if you're evil. At 15th level, the damage reduction becomes 10. Yeah, so because you're a dex build, that's not really useful for you at all. So take Cold Lightning Storm, I suppose. I'm assuming you have to do that. You can't. Yeah, so we have to take something there anyway. Cold Lightning Storm and Breath of Life. Yeah, so unlike other spells that heal damage, Breath of Life can bring recently creatures slain back to the dead. If cast on a creature that's died within 2 rounds, apply the healing from the spell to the creature. If the healed creature's hit point total is negative, it comes back stabilized. Okay, there you go. We'll take Breath of Life. You don't get raised dead, you get Breath of Life, which is fine. And you are there, because everyone else should be fine. Because they got what they need to get. Good. Right, we did that. Let's go start doing stuff. Anivia? Let's see, here you go. Have you figured out how the demons have been sneaking up on us? Oh yes, because the demons keep sneaking up. The demons are getting past our patrols and we don't know why. No dice. Our scouts crawled all over the area, down every hole. Nothing. The Grey Road is completely empty. And then, bam! A whole army popped up like a jack-in-the-box. My only lead is a few scouts who didn't come back from the gorges to the southwest. But we found no sign of secret paths or underground passageways, and definitely no route we can use to quietly move a large force through. But I feel it in my gut. There's some evil scum out there. We just have to look harder. Of course, I could send out more scouts, but they might just disappear like the first ones. Why don't you go there yourself and find out what's what? What do you think of my new powers? I don't know if this counts as blasphemy or whatever, but you look like Desna had just... You look like Desna just had her wicked way with you. You got a bit of that divine sass about you now. And the dragon. I'm a little put out that I didn't get to see how you flew that thing in battle, sending demons running scared, grabbing whatever they could, and hightailing it out of there. Did you find out anything about where Monago is now? Nope. Zero. Zilch. Whole lot of nothing. The scum melted into thin air. Soldiers saw her jump out the window, run through the square in front of the citadel, and suddenly disappear. We haven't heard anything from her since. And I don't like it. I'm telling you, this is bad. First of all, her and Kai don't give up. Don't just give up. If we can't see her, it means she's setting a trap for us somewhere we won't expect. I mean, it would be great if the Demon Lords gobbled her up for all her failures, but I think that's too much to hope for. But that's not the worst part. We have a more interesting question, you know. I wonder how she teleported from the city, if by that time you'd already hung the banner. The soldiers are saying it probably wasn't in full force by then, but you and I both know that's dross. She wasn't supposed to be able to teleport, but she did. The question is, how? Let's find out. Irabeth, you got your Regal, fine, Regal. And make sure we don't actually... Regal, stop. Knight Commander, greetings. Nothing new for you, okay. Irabeth. Irabeth's eyes are vacant. Her thoughts are clearly somewhere far away. Seeing you, though, she snaps to attention. Hail, Commander. How is the Eagle Watch doing in Canabras? Everything's going well. I was wary of handing over the reins at first. I was afraid that everything would fall apart without Anivia and me. But I took a risk and left a very clever lad in charge. A tiefling, as it happens. He infiltrated the cult alone. They couldn't imagine a tiefling wouldn't be on their side. He exposed an entire cell. I personally knighted him, just before the city was attacked. Of course, there were so many who weren't happy about it, but it's not my job to make people happy. He hasn't disappointed. He has built up the Order's ranks again and is running everything so smoothly, it's as if the demon attack never happened. He's proven more than once that I left Canabras in good hands. I admit, it's still strange to think that such a small order as the Eagle Watch now has 2 chapters, one in Dresden and one in Canabras. We need to talk about what happened during the attack on Dresden. Let's do that first, then we'll give her the sword back, maybe. Erebeth nods curtly. Yes. I was shamefully faint-hearted. Praise Iomade, it didn't affect the course of the battle. Still, my behavior was unworthy of a knight, even less a commander. Under the circumstances, leaving my position would be tantamount to desertion. Still, as your advisor, I strongly recommend you release me from my position as head of the Order, strip me of my knighthood, and send me to serve under the condemned. Let's see. If you deserve these titles more than you, don't blame yourself. Under the circumstances, you did everything possible. And besides, who will lead the Eagle Watch then? You know I have no one to replace you. That suggestion is no better than desertion, except you want me to take responsibility for it. I don't want to hear it. Join the ranked knights and fight as you swore to do. No, not intimidation, I don't think. I think we're a guaranteed pass. We're a guaranteed pass because Ember has a plus 20 to her social skills anyway. We're good, might as well follow the good line then. You deserve these titles more than you. Don't blame yourself. Under the circumstances, you did everything possible, and more besides. Thank you, Commander. The gratitude in Erebeth's voice is sincere. A spark of enthusiasm appears in her eyes, which had grown dull over recent weeks. The half-orc salutes you sharply. For a moment, you once again see the Erebeth who was ready to protect the Defender's heart to her dying breath. Thank you for still trusting me. More than anyone else does in this crusade. Even more than I trust myself. Despite your words, Erebeth obviously still feels unworthy of her commander's rank. Changing her mind will require more than platitudes. Perhaps you can bolster her by appointing her to a position where she can work more closely with the rank-and-file soldiers, and whose faith in their commander remains undimmed. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to assign people to positions in the staff, I suppose. We'll give you your father's sword back. I found your father's sword. Take it. Praise Iomade. Erebeth takes the sword gently as if it were a living creature and sheathes it in the scabbard. I don't know what to say. I am forever indebted to you. I never thought I'd get my sword back. Please, allow me to reward you, and please no objections. I could never replace this sword. I shall never part with it again, I swear. 50,000 gold coins! You've been hoarding wealth. We're going to war, woman, and you're hoarding this amount of wealth on me? How much money have I got at the moment, by the way? You kind of gave me half of what I already... Oh, we all just leveled up. Oh, we all hit level 10. Well, okay, we all hit level 10. I wasn't expecting that to happen today, but sure. I don't know why. I guess we were a lot closer to level 10 than I thought, but hey, we've reached level 10. Let's start this again, shall we? Fine. Hang on, I'm gonna pre... Oh, no, not slot load. Do a pre-level 10 save. Pre-10. In case I just screw anything up here. We have to go back. Right. Let's go through all the levels then. Level 10, Elemental Engine. That just gives me a Wild Talent. Which is nothing fancy, I don't think. Nothing really fancy happens this time around. Nope. We get... we get improved Iron Will. Like our will saves are atrociously bad right now. Adding more to those will saves needs to happen. So that just keeps on going. Improved Iron Will. Which means I have a +9 save because you have a 3 normally. -1 because our wisdom's crap. +2 from the cloak, +2 from Iron Will, +2 from improved Iron Will. We're still not great. Although +9 is close to the best we've got at the moment. We have the best reflex? We have the best reflex because of the braces and the cloak. And we have the best fortitude save, because I think we have the best constitution of anyone. I think we have the best constitution as well. Yeah, our kinetic blast doesn't change either. Very simple level. Level 10 is not a very fancy level, if I seem to recall. Right, Regal. It's not level 10 for you though, you're now level 5 Hell Knight, which gives you armor training 2. Which means your max dex bonus increase allowed by your armor increases by 1. So your max armor bonuses is now going to be 3? Depending on your armor, it's 3 higher than it would otherwise be. Up to a maximum of +4. And now you can move at normal speed while wearing heavy armor. Which I think you could do anyway. I'll do that and that. Order of the God Claw. Is that a personal thing for you? Well, hang on, what is that? Where's that coming from, Order of the God Claw? I don't know, where's that coming from, Order of the God Claw? Hell Knight, yeah, that's fine. At first level, you gain an aura in which you can use 5 times per day. Okay, it's part of your Hell Knight stuff. As when... So right now you have an aura that you can give all allies within 30 feet a +2 morale bonus. So you basically have your own inbuilt to attack rolls as well, to AC attack and damage rolls. Okay. Against chaotic things. Cool. Social. I got a level by Iomine as well, don't I? Social level 10, that doesn't change much for you, I don't think. You get nothing, really. You get point, and end. Level 10 is boring. Darren, again, problematic for you, because level 10 you do nothing. Fine. Camellia, level 10, you get air, but you get a hex. You get a hex now, which I believe is going to be air barrier. You get a +4 armor bonus to your AC. Which means, basically, you have inbuilt mage armor. So it's 4+4 at 7th level, and every 4 levels thereafter. Which means you're actually at +6 armor bonus. Because it's +4 usually, at 7th level it became +6. At 11 would be +8. Yeah, so you're definitely going to be... You have a massive bonus to your... If I do this, let me just quickly check. What's your AC right now? Lady Calendar's chain shirt. I think... Can you take that off and be the same? You have to turn it on. I think you have to turn it on. If I remember correctly. And where's... Type in ascending order. I think you have to turn it on, but once you've turned it on, you'll basically won't lose any AC from that. Hey Dartikun! Everyone talking about the righteous. Yeah, I think nobody talking about the lefties. Puns. Aru. Level 10 for you. Oh, good. You get interesting things. But it's not really a lot of choice because we know exactly what you're getting. Working on your UMD. Right, archery. Point blank master. You no longer provoke attacks of opportunity or improved critical. We take improved critical because of course we do. Bows are B, aren't they? Yeah. Long growth. So you're now critting more often as well. And favorite enemies. Okay, we have demons of magic already. So we take demons of slaughter next. Demons of strength. And you buff up demons of magic. You're gonna buff up demons of magic forever. Basically, you keep buffing the same thing, because at some point you'll get a spell that basically makes it so that you can use your highest level favorite enemy damage bonus on any enemy, no matter what it is. And now you get loads of new spells for yourself as well. Greater Chameleon Stride, Communal Poison, Delay Poison, Mass Feather Stick. There you go, Instant Enemy. With this spell, you designate a target as your favorite enemy for the remainder of its duration. For the duration of the spell, you treat the target as if it were a favorite enemy for all purposes. So it doesn't matter what the enemy is, now you're going to be hitting it with the full +6. Because at 5th level increases by 2. So you can only have a +6 to attack demons of magic, but with Instant Enemy, that +6 applies to everything. Whoever you cast Instant Enemy on. No spell resistance, they don't even get to save. I now get a +6 to attack you. Life Blast. You draw the life force from the surrounding land and hurl it at your enemies, dealing 1d6 points of positive energy damage per caster level to any undead creatures in the spell area. It's a line. The Genki Dama has appeared. Greater Long Strider. Greater Magic Fang. Neutralize poison, remove disease, resist energy communal, soothing mud. No, you care. You want instant enemy. The spell you want is instant enemy. 100% the spell you want is instant enemy. Ember. You get another hex. Me figuring out your hexes is harder and harder because there are hexes here that I don't really want to use that more. You could pick Ice, Hoarfrost. We got major hexes now, okay. So Agony. With a quick incantation, a witch can place this hex on one creature within 60 feet, causing it to suffer intense pain. The target is nauseated for a number of rounds equal to the witch's level, currently 10. A fortitude save negates the effect. If the saving throw is failed, the target can attempt a new save each round to end the effect. Whether or not the save is successful, they cannot be targeted at the end of the day. Animal Skin. You can polymorph into a leopard. Beast's Gift. Grant her allies ferocious animal attacks. The witch can partially transform a willing ally, granting him natural attacks for a number of minutes equal to the witch's level. Choose one. The creature gains 1 bite attack that deals 1d8 points of damage, or 2 claw attacks. Oh, you just give people extra attacks. Interesting. Delicious Fright. The target of this hex becomes shaken for a number of rounds equal to 3 plus the witch's intelligence modifier, which is 6 right now, I think. As long as the witch remains within 30 feet of the target. She gains a +1 morale bonus to attack rolls and a +1 morale bonus to saving throws as long as this effect persists. A successful will save will reduce the duration to 1 round. So it's one of those things you can keep going. Although it costs you the entirety problem for it, it will always trigger. Hoarfrost. The target is rimmed with a shell of frost needles that slowly work their way into its flesh before it negates. The target turns pale and blue and takes 1 point of con damage per minute until it dies, saves, or is cured. Break enchantment, dispel magic, remove curse, and similar spell to end the effect. Excuse me. If the target saves, it is immune to attacks for 1 day. Never mind. Major ameliorating. Major healing. Cure serious wounds using the witch's caster level. Once per 24 hours. At 15th level, it becomes cure critical. Misfortune, nails, protective luck, regenerative sinew. The witch can cause the debilitating wounds of a creature she touches to quickly close, helping it heal rapidly. The target gains fast healing 5 for a number of rounds equal to half the witch's class level, or it heals up to 4 ability points. Score 4 points of ability score damage from 2 ability scores. Interesting. Restless Slumber. The witch causes a creature within 30 feet to fall asleep riddled with nightmares. This functions as the slumber hex. Additionally, the restless nature of the sleep causes the creature to violently toss and turn, dealing 1d10 points of damage to itself each turn. This damage does not wake the creature. When it wakes, the creature's addled state causes it to be confused for a number of rounds equal to half the witch's level. The witch must have the slumber. Oh, I like this. Improved slumber. Improved slumber that also causes confusion when they wake up. I like that. Of course, slumber is a once per day thing, isn't it? Slumber is a once per day thing, but it's a better slumber. It's between that and like regenerative sinew. Once per day, you just get to go. You get to heal someone for essentially 25 hit points because it's fast healing for half. For 5 turns, or it heals ability score damage, what might be more relevant. Alternatively, Restless Slumber gets a little bit better because it adds confusion into the bargain as well. I'm gonna take Regenerative Sinew, in fact. I think. I always find it very weird. You can take things like Misfortune and stuff like that, but I think I'll just take Regenerative Sinew. And spells for you. A level 5 spell for you. What do we want to grab for you? Mass Cure Light Wounds. You can't even get Mass Cure Light Wounds, it seems. Which is not great anyway. Cloud Kill, Dominate Person, Cave Fangs. You create a magical trap in the air that causes... So many fun choices. Yeah, we get some really interesting spells now, like Racking Ray. It takes 1d4 points of dex strength damage per 3 levels you do. Waves of Fatigue, which was used against us. Summon Monster 5 is Extraplanar Direwolves, or 1 Extraplanar Redcap, or Burlani if you're not. Well, you're good, so 1 Extraplanar Burlani Azata. Mind Fog gives everyone inside it penalty to wisdom checks and will saves. Although it's one of those annoying things that means they get to save against... They get to basically roll spell resistance on this, then get to will resist it. If both those things fail, then penalty to will saves is huge. But it requires 2 things to work first. And we already have Fire Snake coming out now as well. So what is Cave Fangs? You create a magical trap in the area that causes deadly stalactites or stalagmites to bite an intruder. The magical trap is triggered whenever an enemy creature moves to the affected area. The effect of the Cave Fangs depends on whether you create stalactites or stalagmites. You can place these traps anywhere within close range as a free action, with the duration of the spell, 10 minutes per level. The trap's radius is 5 feet. Each time you place a trap, the spell's duration is reduced by 10 minutes. So 1 trap would be 100 minutes, 2 traps would be 5 minutes each. So, yeah. That would be 50 minutes each. and so on and so forth. No, it's half time. It's 190. Then okay, it's even better than that. So stalactites, shards of rock drop from above, dealing 3d8 points of bludgeoning and piercing damage. A creature that fails the reflex save is pinned to the ground under stalactites and rubble, gaining this entangled condition until it can free itself with this check. Alternatively, piercing spires of rock erupt from the ground, dealing 3d8 points of piercing damage and knocking the creatures prone. Successful reflex save avoids prone and halves the damage. Once the stalagmites appear, they function as spike stones for 1 minute per cast level and crumble to dust. Spike stones do damage if you move through them. Feeble Mind. To cast on casters, maybe. Again, it's a double thing. You have to pass spell resistance and they have to fail a will saving throw. And it only affects intelligence charisma. It's punishing against casters, but you gotta get through the spell resistance and then the will saving throw for a caster, which tends to be quite good as well. I don't know. What would you pick? Cloud Kill is tentatively a good choice. However, the problem with Cloud Kill is the poison damage. The 5e version is very evil, yeah. The 5e version is the 5e version is also higher level, I don't think. It's not a 5th level spell. I think the 5e version of Feeble Mind is higher up. It's a far higher level spell. If it's the one I'm thinking of it. It's something like it's like around about level 7, level 8, I think. Yeah, it's an 8th level spell, because that one is brutal. Again, it's a spell that's for DMs to use against players. It'll rarely be used by players against something, because if you're casting Feeble Mind on something, you want to kill it, and killing it just lasts longer. The problem with Cloud Kill is that Cloud Kill, demons don't care about poison, and mostly you're fighting demons. It's great against things that aren't demons, or undead, or immune to poison anyway, but if they are immune to it, it does nothing. Like, very helpful in Kingmaker, because Kingmaker doesn't have a lot of things immune to poison. Oh, it has them, but they're not like... The main enemy type of the game isn't immune to poison. It's like, if you were fighting a campaign entirely against undead things, Cloud Kill would be a very useless spell. It'd be a very helpful spell for the Liches to cast against your party, but not very helpful for you to cast. Hold Monster. In one of our campaigns, it's used quite a bit by us. We've got some rare consumables that apply the effect on the target. Oh! To what end? Why would you cast Feeble Mind on something and not just kill it? If you're casting Feeble Mind on something, you definitely have a hostile intent towards it, because you're reducing its intelligence and charisma to 1. Permanently. Baleful Polymorph turns something into a dog. This is also an interesting thing, right? Feeble Mind spell resistance will negate drops intelligence charisma to 1. Blah blah blah. Cannot use intelligence charisma based skills or cast spells. Sure. Baleful Polymorph turns you into a dog. You can't cast spells, and you have your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma lowered to 1. You can cast spells or spell-like abilities. Your movement speed is increased, and it's still just spell resistance and a save. It's a fortitude save rather than a will save, I guess. It's depending on what you want to cast it to. This is actually the one you want to cast on casters, because they have a crap fortitude. If you're getting through their spell resistance, they got crap fortitude. They become a dog, sure, but they don't actually gain any physical stats. They just lose mental stats. And duration is permanent, same as Feeble Mind. And Feeble Mind doesn't even state its duration in the thing. This is what? Close range, medium range, slightly longer range in Feeble Mind, maybe. Corrupted NPC that we'd like to still have alive so we could cure. Ah, fair enough. It's a roleplay spell rather than you don't cast it in the heat of combat unless it's intended to roleplay afterwards. I wouldn't be fighting a regular enemy and cast Feeble Mind on them. Kind of thing. Gotta pick something, Nemo, come on. I mean, Hold Monster, maybe? Maybe Hold Monster? We'll take Hold Monster. That's the one that's going to be most useful against something. Cool. And Nenio. Level 10 for you. Finally, you get Scroll Mastery, which means you can craft scrolls at level 1 and you can cast them at your own current spell level. So that's really now you can now any scroll you use uses your own caster level, which gets very, very helpful. Very, very good. Little crappy scrolls that only last a minute because they're caster level 1 scrolls now actually last much longer. Yeah, level 10 you actually get nothing of use, really. You're getting spells, but pretty much that's it. 2 level 6 spells. You already have Greater Heroism and Undeath to Death. I mean, you could use Shadow Evocation, I guess. Baleful Polymorph, Angelic Aspect, Animal Growth, Echolocation, Dominate Person, Constraining Coils, Cone of Cold, Feeble Mind, Fire Snake, Hungry Pit, potentially. As some control here. Although, your level 6 slots are probably going to be taken up with... hang on, level 6? Level 5. I'm hallucinating here. Level 5, yeah, level 5 spells. Like, why are you looking at all these level 5 spells? Level 6 spells at level 10? No, that doesn't work. Again, it's mostly irrelevant because we're pretty much going to be using... we're pretty much going to be using just Phantasmal Killer for those slots, really. Like, heightened level Phantasmal Killer. So, you can take a Hungry Pit, maybe, and just for the control. Shadow Evocation is a weird one because of the fact that it's I wonder if there is a way you can just start doing an entire shadow build, because there's some mythic abilities that boost your Shadow Evocation a lot. That boosts, like, well, basically if they're disbelieving, they take half damage rather than 1/5 damage or something. Like, it makes shadow things more real, which I'm assuming affects this stuff. It's a bit vague about what it actually means. I'm assuming it affects, like, the 5th damage stuff you get from shadow effects. And it doesn't matter, Nemo. It also doesn't matter. It's Nenio. Nenio can learn from. Nenio can learn from what's name, from scrolls. Hungry Pit, and I think Feeble Mind is a decent choice for Warlocks. There's a couple of other nice options, but this is the only save or suck spell they get access to, and yeah, I guess. I guess for them, they're not really using spell slots to do it, they're using their regular ones. Thought Sense. Did you get True Seeing? Thought Sense must be just the mage version of True Seeing. Because True Seeing is a level 5 spell as well, but it's a cleric spell. I think it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Ally creature into a leopard or small elemental. Yeah. You become an elemental. Take Animal Growth. Again, you're not really going to use it. And last, but 2 things left. Seela. You're actually on the list here. Level 10 again doesn't change much for you. Additional use of Smite Evil, a bunch of new spells. That's it. Iomine, because Iomine has 2 levels to level up. I did not level you up to level 10. I did take you to level 9. I guess I did level you to level 9. Fair enough. Oh yeah, because you got heavy barding now, that's true. Level 10 you get nothing. Iomine doesn't get you anything. No one gets anything at level 10. Level 10's a boring level. And Wendu is the last one for us. Before I sit down and have to maybe rethink about building Daerin again from scratch. Right, you're getting Spawn Slayer 9 rather than 10, so you're getting an addition to your sneak attack die. Which is beneficial. You'll take that and like it. Yep. Sneak attack up. And I think that's us done. Yep. Okay, good. Right. Let's quickly... I want to dump... No, I don't want to dump anything now. I'm still kind of looking around for stuff. You're fine here. Naturalist armor. You're okay here. You actually get a bonus to... You get a dex bonus to your AC now, don't you? A full +4, because that's +1 usually, and you're getting a +3 to that, so you're getting your full +4 dex bonus with plate armor, with plate mail on, and an increased speed too. Yeah, Regil, you're not in my party, but I kind of wish you were, because that's not bad at all. Honorable Judgment. Yeah, we already gave that to you. Okay. Do you want to get anything else? Anything else I particularly want? Inspired Wisdom, that goes to you. Or it goes to you. Where's you, Darren? There you go, Positive Channeling. Social, you can take that. That is Agile Fists. Which doesn't really matter. Nope, you haven't got a monk. Essentially, that's who that's for. Armor-wise, you're fine. Shield-wise, you're using Immaculate Petal, which is your brother's shield. That's fine. You are using the Oracle Misery Bow. Clear Purpose. That there. Bruiser's Chain Shirt. I mean, honestly, can you just take a regular chain shirt? Regular metal chain shirt. It's medium. It weighs less. It's mithril chainmail actually. You're wearing, it's not even chain, it's mithril chainmail. It's fine for you. Yeah, it's exactly this. It's exactly the same. And slightly lighter for the purposes of endurance. Camellia, how are you doing? Any shoes, boots, or hand things we need for you? Nope, good. Aru, you're using a composite longbow +2. Do I have a longbow for you?
Sure, reporting for
Hey,
duty.
Mort.
Uh-huh.
Do I have a longbow for you? Double check. Wicked longbow. +2 composite longbow. There we go. That's an improvement for you. I am addicted. What to Ixion? I'm glad you're enjoying it. You have some heavy barding, medium armor, hard biting +2, muscle warmer. Take that. Oh, damn it. Big game gloves. That, however, is actually useful for Aru, because Aru is a ranger and will get quarry eventually. That's actually useful for you. Anything else I want to come out here? Anything I want to keep specifically? We have Bastard Sword of Hope already. Bows, daggers, 8 lots of Bane Spheres, Great Axe +1, Hand Axe +1s, Head Cracker, Herald of Pain, Dueling Sword, no one's going to use you. Holy Light Crossbow, no, it's fine. Lethal Scroll, Great Axe, no one's going to use you either. Fine, I'll keep that aside. We just earned 50,000 gold, so I'm okay with just keeping a couple things behind. Rabbit Underrock, that can go. Quick Death, that can go. Soul Shears stays, because that's actually a relic. That's actually relic tier. Tender Touch, I'll have to compare that with Camille's current one. Warhammer +1 can go. Wicked Longbow, we're going to swap it. Bastion Lion's Heart. Tower Shield? Maybe. Looting target. Armor of dispersion. Eh. Right. Some quick checking. Camellia, how is that working with your current one? Mind Piercer. Cold Iron versus Cold Iron. This is not Cold Iron. Necrotic. This does... Oh, it's whenever you cast Vampiric Touch. It also does necrotic damage, right? Does it? Yeah, so... if you equip that... that should be doing additional necrotic damage. As far as I understand it. Where's Mind Piercer? Mind Piercer, where are you? You're over there. That should be doing additional damage. We'll put that there for the time being. I want to keep an eye on that. If you actually lose when you swing, and we'll swap over that one backwards and forwards to see what happens. Aru, where's the bow? Where's Wicked? Where's the bow? Wicked longbow. Either +2 composite longbow, +2 composite longbow, but also whenever you confirm a critical, they must pass a will saving throw or suffer a curse. Which is exactly the same, it's just a slightly better version for you. Take that Wicked longbow. Nenio, you don't have any particular gear. I mean, we're pretty much okay with you. You're using the purple stone knife just because you're using evocation spells. That's relevant to you. Nothing else really matters. You got Hex DC up, Constitution up so you don't tire as quickly. Close with Cloak of Cleansing. Red Salamander you'll never take off again because you need those spells. Braces of Armor, kind of surpassed by your Mage Armor, but it's there for when I forget to cast it. Wand of Fireballs. Lesser Bolster, Lesser Maximize. The Triceratops up statue. Yes, I forgot about that. You have got Radiance, which is just a +2 longsword anyway. And also Lustrous Blade. As well as a bunch there. And Wendu. Yeah. Oh, the gloves. Big game gloves. Big game gloves for you, because eventually, not yet, but eventually you'll get Quarry. When do you get Quarry? You get Quarry at level 11. You'll get Quarry. Which means at standard action, one of the targets within the line of sight is Quarry. You get a +2 insight bonus on attack rolls. All critical threats are automatically confirmed, which is extra useful for the bow. It synergizes really well with the bow you're using, and also means they get a -2 penalty to your AC and become sickened for 3 rounds. No ups or downs there. Just gets it happened. Very cool. Good. Alright, now we've talked to everyone in here. Let's go have a wander around town. Sell some stuff. Buy some stuff. The streets, the inn, the prison, the half-measure tavern, the temple, the barracks, the gates. Let's just wander around and go for the streets. Let's go out and about Dresden. Wander about, see what we can find. Someone's pinging me? What? Yeah. I'll talk to my friend afterwards.
This is my time to shine.
That's bad news. Sorry. I'll get through the stream, and then I gotta talk to a friend. So we have here Jewelry Trader, Arcane Weaver, Blacksmith, Exotic Weapons Provider, Wolser Garms, there you are, Garms, and Daren's over there, Camille's over there, that's the house. Random. Then we have Aru, Arsino, the Temple, Sela. Okay, let's go have a wander around. Hang on, where we are. Yeah, let's go this way. What quest have we actually got in town, first of all? Because we did the quest that was dealing with Irabeth, I think. So the Outcast that's going to happen anyway. Dragon's Fate, yep, that's going to happen at some point. Know the enemy, find the unusual demon activity where they're having extra powers, attack out of nowhere, go to the ravines southwest of Dresden, Final Sunset of Winter, find the missing Crusaders, Battered Spirit, issue an order that will allow Irabeth to spend more time among the common soldiers. I'm basically going to give her one of our commands, I think. Above the clouds, head to the beautiful ridge. Crescent of the Abyss, wait for events to unfold with Woljif. Middle game, build the main stables in Dresden. Form the staff council. Order the Crusades craftsmen to improve a relic. Okay, so we just wander around town for a bit. There's nothing. Hang on. What? Oh, that's about the dragon hunt. Talk to the bounty hunter in the tavern. That's why we have to go to the tavern, to talk to the bounty hunter. Right. Jewelry trader. Loot. Loot. Right. Jewelry trader. What do you sell? Jewelry, I guess. Glass Amulet of Clarity. Adds the DC to all saving throws against mind-affecting abilities used by the wielder. It also grants a +4 morale bonus. Adds +2 to the saving throw of all mind-affecting abilities used by the wielder. That is way better than +1 natural armor for you. That's another +2 to the DC to resist Phantasmal Killer. That's actually really useful for you. Ridiculously useful for you. We're going to grab that specifically for Nenio. Enlivening Leadership. This ring grants a +5 competence bonus on persuasion checks and grants the companions a +1 moral bonus on all skill checks. But not themselves. Braces of Armor +5. It's actually Braces of Armor that's better than standard mage armor. Ring of Protection is up to +2. Agile Fists +2. Mighty Fists up to 3. Which is useful for animals. Oh, for loads of people, but mainly for animals right now. Because that means they can take an additional 3 enhancement bonus on attack and damage rolls. However, again, you are more about tankiness than anything else. Headband of Luring Charisma. Diamonds. Do I have any diamonds in stash? Because it's what you need to cast Raise Dead, right? So do I have any diamonds in stash? Any at all? I have no diamonds at all in stash. I'm going to grab a couple. Not all of them, just a couple. Thank you very much. Thank you. Goggles of Pure Sight. These goggles allow the wielder to take 20 of the next Dispel magic attempt once per day. They also grants a +1 bonus to cast level checks to overcome spell resistance. Also very good compared to what are we wearing at the moment. We're currently using the goggles of Rat Catchers, which is damage rolled against swarms. Being able to get a +2 to +1 to overcome spell resistance is also very helpful. The Phylacteries of Channeling. That's also tempting to grab. Oh, did I hit? I did, didn't I? Empty that out, because I will give that out to someone else, just not to you. Because I want to sell everything to Wilser Garms, mainly because if I need anything back, I know who to get it from. But we're going to spend 42,000 here. Because it means that your DCs are going to go up even higher. Your DCs are going to be even better. I want to see where your DC is next time you cast, because it's going to be so high. Oh, yes, where are you? Iomine. Haven't got any heavy barding right now, but what I do have is medium barding at least, which is going to increase your AC by 3. And also gives you competence bonus on saving throws versus movement impairing effects. Also, I want to see what it looks like. Looks exactly the same! Arcane Weaver. Source of Dividing Power. Whenever the wearer of this robe uses a divine power to summon a creature, they can choose to give these creatures attacks either holy or unholy special abilities. Shirt of the Blazing Fighter. +5 competence bonus to athletics checks and fire resistance of 30. 70,000. Gloves of the Ambassador. +5 competence bonus to knowledge world checks. +5 bonuses to persuasion checks. And a +2 enhancement bonus to charisma. It's an enhancement bonus to charisma, so it wouldn't stack with things like the headband of Illyrian Charisma. But it's something to think about. Cloaks of Resistances, Lesser Gloves of Dueling, Actual Gloves of Dueling, Celestial Protection, +5 Cloak against demons only, and a +5 competence bonus on lower religion checks. Robe of Order for monks only. Lawful Alignment gains +2. Increases the key pool by 2, and if the wearer is lawful, increases +2 attack bonus on chaotic enemies. Braces of Animal Fury. For a druid, +3 enhancement bonus on attack and damage rolls whenever the wearer is polymorphed. Thick Pelt Cloak. Immunity to fire. Living Flame. Whenever this cloak channels energy to harm undead for the next 2 rounds, they become surrounded with a fire shield. Scrolls and scrolls and scrolls and scrolls and scrolls and scrolls. Can I select you and it shows me what scrolls you haven't got? That would be beautiful. It does. It shows me what scrolls you haven't got. Well, we'll have to check afterwards. What? Just checking now. Stone Fist, Shock and Grasp, don't care about that stuff. Let's scroll down to the good stuff. Molten Orb, don't care about that. Permissions Poison, don't care about that. Frigid Touch, don't care. Protection from arrows, don't care. Protection from energy is not communal, don't care. T-Shape, Bone Shatter, you don't care about those anyway. Mass Dimension Door, yeah. Summon Elemental, Touch of Slime, Fire Snake, Waves of Fatigue, Animate Dead, Confusion, Crushing Despair. Wand of Ray of Frost. The fact that Wand of Ray of Frost has charges is weird. I seem to remember in Neverwinter Nights 1, I think you could get a Wand of Ray of Frost very early in the game that had infinite charges, because 3rd edition didn't have cantrips. So wizards were crap early game because you needed to rest all the time to get your spells back, so they give you a Wand of Ray of Frost with infinite uses, so at least you had something. Even though it's 1d3 points of cold damage, which is nothing. But at least it's something you could keep casting. Slow and... Scroll, 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 scroll. Communal protection from arrows? Maybe. But it's gives you damage resistance. Dragon's Breath. Summon Monster 4. Baleful Polymorph. Scroll of Genie Kind. Polymorph. Sorry. Scroll of Protection. Scrolls Communal Scene Visibility. Summon Monster 3. Oh my god. Scroll, 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 scroll. Anything major? Ones, okay. But give me by type, because I can just bypass all the scrolls then. At least, if I know I'm looking for scrolls, I can have an idea of what I'm looking for by just speed reading. Sirocco is an interesting one to get. Not for you though. That's probably going to be. I think Ember might get this. It works into her fire damage. Works into her fire damage stuff. Large elementals, summon monsters. Touches vampirics. Okay, so wands of beast shape, wands of corruption, wands of create pit, wand of dragon's breath, silver dragon breath. Enlarged person, frigid touch, hideous laughter, molten orb, pernicious poison, ray of frost, reduced. Okay, nothing major. Nothing. I don't feel like they need to buy something like I did for the other one. Let's go to WotR Garms real fast then. Go talk to them afterwards. Loot. Witch of the Night by Maki Vanos. And every single time, which... Read that real fast in case it gives me an effect. It doesn't.
So exciting.
Right, so what do we have over here? Blacksmith over there. Regular weapons, right? Nothing... I mean, you'll never see use ever again. You will never see use ever again, because all this stuff is useless. Only the stuff at the bottom matters. The Dissector, Bardiche, Touch of Flaw, Call of the Ocean Trident, Banded Mail, Half Plate of Will, Powerful Pummel Earthbreaker. Nope, you'll never. Luminous Encouragement, maybe? On Social, but nope. The Exotic Weapons Provider. Torag's Wrath. The Nunchuck, Sling Staff, yeah, all the exotic weapons. All exotic weapons? Yep, all exotic weapons. So nobody will ever use any of these in the party. None of them. No, that's not entirely true. The gnome hooked hammer does work, however, only one person uses it, and they've got a better one already. Monks can use nunchuck, but eh. Oh well. WotR, how's it going? Are you going to manage the fortress now? No way, Commander, the quartermaster throws up his hands. Not in a million years. I can manage an expedition just fine, but running a fortress is a different kettle of fish. That's enough work to make a man's head explode, which is why they sent us an expert from Nerosian. Her name is Dorgalinda Stranglehold. I've seen how she handles things. She knows what she's about. That one, Iomade bless her. She'll be managing the fortress, and I'll keep taking care of the soldiers list like I've been doing. What have you got? Let's bulk sell everything we don't need right now. Right, Agile Dagger. Axiomatic Quarterstaff. That's just sort of hope. Dagger, dagger. Composite longbow +2. Evil Outsider Bane Spear +2 I'm kind of loath to get rid of because Evil Outsider Bane is very helpful in this game. What was that? That was Headcracker. What do you got? Voice of Hollow. Yeah, I might keep that for you. No one's gonna use that one. No one's gonna use that. That's gonna be the that stays. That goes. That stays. That stays. That stays. The armors stay. Well, the full plate can go. That can probably go as well. Later in harness. Actually, have you got a barding? Only light barding. Looking for heavy barding now. And the Agile Fists. Cloak Resistance +3, someone needs to wear that. Lucky Dice. Okay. Wand of Mysticism. This spell grants the wielder the ability to cast up to 3 spells from Oracle Cleric spell list per day that are maximized as though using a maximized spell feat. This rod can be used with 6 spells of 6 level or lower. Only Oracle or Cleric can wield it. Done. I'll keep that for one of you two. Wand of Hideous Laughter probably could go. Anything in here that I want to keep that I'm not paying attention to real fast before it goes too off the chain? No, I think we got everything we want to sell. Right. We're actually 10,000 higher before we started. Right. Anything in particular you want to pick up here? Belt of Holding. Sorry, Bag of Holding. I've only got a small one, right? The actual Bag of Holding, 2,500. 25,000. Giant Strength +4, which I think you've already got, Sela. Yeah, you already got that, and you're really the only one who's going to use it. I mean, you could benefit from one, but you want both of them. Physical Flow +4 will be useful for you. Mighty Constitution +6. Heavy Shield of Innate Trust. +3 with a bonus to CMBs. Yeah, nothing really gonna grab me, I don't think. I'm looking for weapons, looking for anything random. Not weapons. Chain Shirt Barding. Gleaming Banded Armor. 148,000. +3 Banded Armor. Fire Resistance 30. Immunity to Sleep, Electrical Paralysis. Mithril Breastplates. Padded Armors. Rock of Nature. That is 148,000 though. Bloody hell, that's the most expensive thing here by a long shot. Bone necklaces. Bag of Holding. I might just get the Bag of Holding. I might just grab the Bag of Holding. Because it's useful. 25k. We'll make use of 25k in the long run. Okay. We'll dump all this stuff off as well. This armor. We'll dump back inside. I think, do I have to keep the soul shear on me? I think I have to figure it out. Alright, let's go talk to people first. But I want to figure, you could just see the halo. I wonder if you have to keep soul shear on me or not. Right. Hey Darren. You know what? Darren asks, not bothering to greet you properly. I've noticed a certain cyclical pattern in my life ever since I met you. First something happens that leaves me positively intrigued. Then I descend into the depths of fear and anger. Then I start to think it's not so bad. The curiosity comes back. Then something even more dreadful occurs. The demons attacking my home and the city around it, that wasn't pleasant enough already. But I thought I could compensate for that by striking up a curious acquaintance and having some new experiences. Then my dearest cousin threw me right in the middle of a crusade. And just when I started to see some positives in my current situation, the gargoyles kidnapped me. The slaughter in Dresden, following my triumphant rescue, effectively put out every spark of optimism that I had managed to gather. Now the city's in our hands again, and it's getting more and more tolerable to stay here. I feel surprisingly good, and I'm even beginning to find the city rather enjoyable. This brings one very reasonable question to my mind. What is the next outrageous and dangerous mess you're going to pull me into? I have a couple more perilous trials and insurmountable challenges in store just for you. Does this list include the ordeal known as the Trial of the Gold Oatmeal? If not, then there's nothing to be afraid of. And if you think I've just shown you my weak spot, then you're wrong. It was deliberate misinformation. I love cold oatmeal.
The world is full of wonder.
And Camellia. Greetings. Okay, nothing. Alright, we have a house here, right? House? House is down here. What is house? What is house? Why is this house special? House has book. Prodigal Sons. Prodigal Sons. Is that a book I need to read? No. Anything else in here? Yes. Some purifying. That's what I need to do, right? I'm out of purifying solution. Yep, I'm out of purifying solution. I need to go grab that. I'm gonna do that now before I forget. Because I need purifying solution or I can't rest outside anymore. I can't cook if I rest outside. Actually, can you even rest without? I know that hunting isn't as much of a thing here, but all recipes require that. So let's go to WotR Garms and get some purifying solution off you. Then we'll go down, see Wendu, barracks, only one building, that's fine. Then we'll do this, then we'll do this, then we'll go up here, do this, go up there, then we'll go back and do anything in town.
Friendship lasts forever.
Right, WotR, where are you? WotR? Wow, literally right on you. Bulk selling? No, okay. You don't have a purifying solutions. Okay. Who will have purifying solution? At the temple, maybe? We'll start at the temple, work our way around. The boar. Social's boar, which is as of yet unnamed. I did ask for a punny name for a boar before, but I was disappointed. Chat did not give me a punny name for a boar. Arsino, hello. A woman in gold-embroidered cleric's robes greets you with a polite bow. Her eyes, the color of molten gold, gleam brightly in her dusky face. Greetings, Commander. My name is Arsino. I'm a messenger from the Temple of Abadar in Absalom, and I came here assuming the defenders of the fortress could use the services of a cleric. Perhaps you've heard of the wound that sometimes opens in my chest. Are you familiar with this kind of ailment? Arsino quickly probes you with the skill of an experienced healer. So the wound was right here, and then it disappeared, and reappeared. Amazing. No, this is the first time I've ever heard of such magic. What do you think it might be? I think it is some kind of demonic corruption, or the particles of chaos from the abyss have entered through the wound into your body and made it so unstable. It sounds quite interesting, incidentally. Judging from the records of the researchers of the abyss, stranger things have happened in this cursed place. Can you give me some advice on how to heal it? I am sure that you already have used the purification and chaos warding spells, and for obvious reasons, you do not have the option of leaving the campaign and going on a long pilgrimage to various shrines. Since that's the case, keep a diary. Make careful and systematic entries about your well-being. If it gets worse, record the circumstances under which it happens. I'm afraid this is the only advice I can offer right now. I want you to try and heal me. I'm sorry, but I don't know how the right to do that. A healer who makes blind attempt to heal a patient who is not on the verge of death is an irresponsible fool. You do not seem to be dying, so we will not take any unnecessary risks. Thank you, I guess. You're an ASMR if I'm not mistaken. Yes, how could you guess? Oh yes, I am an ASMR. Hard to miss, isn't it? I look exactly like my great-great-grandmother. But I am the only one among my kin to have ASMR blood manifest so visibly in my appearance. I have to admit that it's a very fortunate coincidence. My ASMR features are rather appealing and make people trust me more easily. This is a good quality to have for a priestess wishing to gather a congregation. I see you have consecrated the altar of the Abadar. So I have. Before you ask me why I did this when there's a temple of Iomedae in Dresden, I will answer. Even though my god is the ally of the Inheritor, some still prefer to pray and trust in Abadar instead of her. After all, my humble altar is no worse at removing corruption of the abyss than the grandiose altar in the temple of Iomedae. How did you end up in Dresden? My story has grown longer and longer over the years, yet, sadly, it never gets any more interesting. I was born and raised in Absalom. Soon I realized that bringing the word of Abadar to places where it's already been heard was too easy a challenge for a cleric like me. I have traveled all across Golarion since then, watching civilization bring enlightenment to the wildest of places. This brings joy to my heart and makes me feel like I serve with my god, with my deeds and not only my words. The tiny barony and the stolen lands that had been my home for a very long time eventually turned into a strong and prosperous kingdom. And I felt that I had to go somewhere else and bring the blessing of Abadar to someone who really needed it. I see spoilers for for Barrack's campaign. Apparently Barrack is successful at some point. It will take quite a long time for Dresden to recover and become an unfailing stronghold once again. I will do my very best to help. I'm assuming that it has a charge attack or something that would put it in the face of the enemy in a very unpleasant way, so discombobulator. Ooh. That might be too long, but I think that's the way forward, I think. That's definitely the way forward. It just might be a little bit, that's maybe just a little bit too much of a mouthful. But that's definitely the way we're going. That kind of stuff. Anyway, what services do you provide? You can read a spell if you have to. Okay. Right, now. Do you have purifying solutions? You have 200 scrolls of raised dead. Jesus. Is it gonna go that badly? I don't have I don't actually have full use of Nemo words. Don't have full use of restoration, so I might pick up a couple of scrolls of restoration for negative level reasons. And we should have use of restoration. You got resto, don't you? You should have resto. Never mind. Greater resto we haven't got. Diamond dust, scroll of atonement. You don't need that. Scroll of resurrection. Interestingly, raised dead requires a diamond, right? Scroll of raised dead. Or is it at the very top, isn't it? Scroll of raised dead. Oh, it doesn't require a diamond because it's a scroll. Never mind. The spell requires a diamond, the scroll does not. I wonder what... Resurrection must need something even more than a diamond, then. Scroll of dismissal, scroll of grace, conman's ring. +5 competence bonus on all perception and trickery skills checks. I mean, you wouldn't say no. Learn charisma, empower meta magic, bookworm's headband, +2 intelligence bonus score and immunity to all compulsion effects. -2 penalty in charisma. I mean, you have, it's basically that, but not great. You pay for the immunity to compulsion effects with a -2 charisma, which you don't need. And to be fair, there's no downside to this, but the upside is basically identical. Coin of protection, specialist belt. Okay, no, this is what we want. We want, you definitely have it. Given that you're selling foodstuffs, you definitely have it. So where are they? There you go, purifying solutions. We'll grab a lot of them. They're 10 each, we'll grab everything. Inspired wisdom, stone to flesh, dinosaur bones. Which are used for like a very specific spell, like they're only used for legendary proportions, I think. The only spell that uses dinosaur bones, I think, is legendary proportions. Which again isn't really, I'll say isn't useful, because Sela could use it, but Sela only wants to use it when Sela's not on the horse. Because if Sela makes too big, Sela can't stay on the horse. And a bunch of more scrolls. Against this. I'm gonna do that many scrolls. Battle Mage's headband. +2 to charisma, +2 to intelligence and charisma. In addition, whenever the wearer of this headband lands a killing blow with a melee weapon, the next spell becomes empowered, as though using the empower spell feat. Honestly, that's pretty good if you are a combat mage of some kind. Someone who's going to be attacking in melee and then also using a spell. Like for a Magus, that would be pretty damn decent, actually. For a Magus, that would not be a bad thing at all. Half of the pair. Whenever two creatures wearing different halves of this pendant are within 10 feet distance to each other, each gets a +2 circumstance bonus on attack rolls and to AC. Or where's the other one? I mean, that's really helpful. I mean, I'd give that to... Because Iomane can also wear... You could wear that one, and then Iomane can wear the other half. No... Can wear the other half. That would be +2 to the pair of them. AC bonuses and +2 attack bonuses to the pair of them. There's all the potions in the world, all the scrolls in the world. Anything after the scrolls and the potions. Alchemist kicks Bezors. Elemental essences. Scroll Scriber's kit all the way up to level 7. Yeah, nothing much. We got what we wanted, which is that. We talked... Ooh, Aru. Hi, Aru. Aru Chalet's ruby eyes stare watchfully at passers-by, who don't notice her even at arm's length. She turns to you, her face a mixture of contemplation, sadness, and admiration. They're amazing, aren't they? Hang on, I'm gonna save before I start talking to you because I don't want to screw this up.
Uh-huh.
Drawing her ruby eyes away from the passers-by, Arusha looks at you. It's good that you're here. Shall we be silenced together? Do you like silence? I used to talk a lot before, and all of it was a lie. My words ruined so much. I like silence more now. We are being attacked by demons with unusual powers. Do you know anything about them? Arusha lay things for a long while. Finally, she answers hesitantly. Back in Illusionera, there were rumors about terrible experiments that Baphomet and Descari performed in their troops to make them stronger. Here on the material plane, these rumors were embellished with lots of details. Some say the demons undergo rituals acquired from Zon Kuthon. Others say they feed on the blood of angels, or Qliphoths, or demon lords. Still others say there are no experiments, and Baphomet is just bringing back fighters from the future, a future in which the demons have already taken all of Galarian. Zon Kuthon is... Ah yeah, the Midnight Lord. The God of Darkness. Hey, Skimmy! How you doing, buddy? What news? Hey, Hellsmaster. Is there a grain of truth in any of these ramblings? There's no way to know. Naturally, none of these rumors give any indication of where these demons come from. I'm sorry I can't help. The only thing that's clear is that the lowly fighters in the Army of the Abyss are as puzzled by this as we are. Yes, new Armored Core has been announced. Armored Core 6. Hell yeah. Very happy about that. I'm very hyped for new Armored Core. Hopefully, we're looking for, like, following on from Armored Core 4, which is good, and we're going to skip and ignore the fact that Armored Core 5 ever existed.